Hi everybody, it's Carol, and I'm coming along today with some papers that I did some painting with yesterday, and these are for background pages, and I'm using my Arteza paints, and these are some of the papers that I did. I did them on watercolor paper, and I just plopped the paper on a paper dish and I just dipped the paper into it. Look, this is all dirty from the paint. But I think they turned out gorgeous. And these are some of the pages that I did. These are my two favorite ones. And these are just done on cardstock. These here, 8x8 cardstock. And of course, the back of it I'll cover with coffee dye paper. So these are some of them that I did. And I also did doilies. I covered these with paint. These are metallic. I have the regular paints with Arteza, but I think this one here, it's just, I just wiped off the extra paint on this one that I had on the brush. But the metallic paints, the texture of them, it just flows so nicely. So I'm going to show you how I did the watercolor papers with the paints. So let me move these off to the side. I'll do a couple of them. And if I have time, I'll decorate. I'll decorate one of the ones that I already did that are dry. Now these are the paints. These are the paints that I'm using, and I just kind of dabbed them on here. And I actually started this video a little while ago, but I had to stop because my little Shih Tzu, Stella, started to bark because the dogs next door came out and they started barking. So I had to stop the video. Okay, so this is what I've done. I just plopped the paint on there. Let me move these off to the side. And I'm going to dip the paper in. It's messy. It's very messy, but it looks so nice. It's very messy. I will warn you. And, you know, it was very gloppy on here. This is how the back, I should probably be wearing gloves, but you know, this paint, it's washable, so I just keep my wet wipes handy. But it's beautiful for the, just want to make sure I get all this covered on there. They're beautiful for background pages. And, you know, I've seen videos on these and everybody does it differently. Not that much different, but you're probably thinking, is this really worth it? But it is. I think so. It's gorgeous. Okay. I'm just going to use my fingers and dab this on for those. And these will dry flat. I have a wet wipe for my messy fingers. They will dry down. I mean, they're very lumpy right now, and I'm going to let them dry. It only takes a couple hours. I'll do another one just to show you. Okay. I wonder if I used a sponge or, you know, a flatter plate, because this plate, the sides go up, so the paper gets a little stuck on there. This is the bronzy color. The bronzy color is so pretty. But I thought, well, let's have a play with this today. And I'll put the creamy blue, metallic creamy blue. These are such bright colors. I wonder if I cut it in half instead of working with the, because I'm gonna make it, I would probably have more control over this. Oh, look how gorgeous that looks. When I first did this yesterday, I thought, oh wow, look at that. I thought, oh my gosh, it's so thick and it's going to be very lumpy. But it didn't. It dried down and, oh, look at that. And I know it's, you probably think, oh, that's a lot of paint. I agree, but let me do another one. I want to wipe both my fingers. I actually like it, like the, when you just pick it up, the texture that it leaves on the paper. Let's get the rest of that paint over there. Just a couple more. Beautiful. I hope you can see that. Oh, there's a little spot there. See those lumps on there? It will dry and they're gonna fall, they're gonna dry down. Okay, let's get my fingers cleaned up and we'll get, oh, you know, maybe I'll use the rest of this paint and do these doilies. You know, because this paint is not cheap, so I hate to waste it. I'm going to use the back of this. I hope I'm in camera. Okay. It's going to be... So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stick some pink in here. I'm just adding to this. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this paint on and then I'll cover it with, and then I'll put pink or silver over it. So this way I use up the paint that's here. And this is giving us a bluey silver color. Okay. I'm just going to move that to the side over there. And I'll do another one here. Oh, this one's getting a lot of colors. I don't know what it looks like on camera, but in person here it looks, I could see the gray and the blue and the gold. Now I'll put a little more pink over it. Okay, maybe I'll just do this. I think it's getting really messy now. I think I'll cover this one and then I'll maybe put a little gold on it. Or that bronzy, the bronzy one. Okay. It's giving a nice little doily effect under it. And of course when I decorate some of the pages for the journals, I use little snippets of doilies. Okay, so I'm going to move this off. Put this in the trash. Move this off to the side. And I don't need my paintbrush. I'm gonna wipe off my hands. And we can do a little decorating on here. See these little lines over here? Those were the raised bumps. The darker paint, that was the raised bumps, and they flatten right out. And look at how gorgeous that is. I couldn't even tell you which was my favorite color. Okay, let's see. I brought some things out. I thought this would be good to use some of the Tim Holtz paper dolls, just to use them up because I have so many of them. So I'm going to cut this in half. These are the ones that I did yesterday. Move that off. And I brought this along to use for, this would make a pretty background for a wedding, do you think? Alrighty, let's see what I need here. Okay. Alrighty, so let me just ink these people up a little bit. Just the edges to make it look, give it the vintage look. So you don't see the white from the sides of the people. Now, I don't want to do too much on here other than some ephemera because I don't want to cover up the beautiful paints. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue them on here with just a couple of pieces of ephemera. I just think these pages, the watercolor paper with the paints on there is so gorgeous. Okay, let's... And they only took a couple of hours to dry. It wasn't very long at all. I thought it would be longer because the paint is so thick and gloppy on there. So maybe tomorrow, when this dries, I'll give it a good day and then I will know what looks good with wedding people. This is Soulmate, my dictionary piece. I don't want to cover up that, and I do want to put lace on here also. So I think I'll put the rose down first. And I'm always trying to find ways to use up my Tim Holtz people. Should I cut this down a little bit? I think the border is just a little too wide. That looks good there. Coming up a little bit from the backing I have on here. Get that down. Don't they look happy? They look so happy. Let's get some pretty lace up there. Okay. Look at this, I still have paint all over my fingers. Let me see if I have some bling. Should we give them some diamonds up there? Cut these little spider legs off here. Hopefully that stays, because sometimes what works really better is the Fabri-Tac, and this, I don't think that's sticking at all. Oh my gosh, I have this paint all over my fingers. Now we'll leave them and they can go on their honeymoon. Oh my gosh, doesn't that look gorgeous? Okay, let's decorate the other one. I'll move that off there. And I brought another paper. Oh no, I didn't. What I brought for this one is mushrooms, butterfly, and a dictionary word, joy. Okay, let's see if we, which way do I want that? And of course I'll probably have to cut this down because it is pretty wide. I get these mushrooms here, the word there, butterfly there. See, and what I like to do is also put doilies. Maybe I'll do that. I'll cut the doily and show you how I use this on my, that looks, yeah, that'll go nice. Cut this off here. Okay, let's see. I'm not even checking to see if I'm in camera. I hope I am, and I'm not doing this and not even in camera at all. Okay, let's. I love working with doilies. I'm going to hook these in together. Yeah, I think that looks nice. So, you know, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there so that did I have it that way? Yeah, that looks good. But maybe I want to put that under there a little. Or maybe I'll hook it with the butterfly. I like to have some of the ephemera touching one another, opposed to having a little piece here, a little piece there. Have it all connected one way or the other. Oh, that looks so nice. I love, love, love this. I love these papers. I absolutely love them. So this is a really big journaling card. Just want to take the weight off those edges. Looks like I have blue fingernails. This dictionary word is joy, to feel immense pleasure and happiness. Oh my gosh, look how gorgeous that paper is. I love, love the background papers. And I'm going to cut these corners, around these corners. It'll give it a nice finished look. Oh my gosh, I love it. Maybe I'll make a journal of these background pages. Oh my gosh, I love these. I absolutely love these pages. Okay. Okay, well, I think I'm going to end this video now, and I'll be back. I'll show you what the other pages, the papers look like that I did today, and hopefully they turn out just as beautiful and gorgeous as these pages did today that I'm doing. Thank you so much for coming along, and I'll talk to you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.